Welcome aboard, passengers. We are currently en route to Incheon International Airport. We should be heading out in just a few moments. In the meantime, sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Should be a roughly 30 to 45-minute flight. Attention passengers, we are going to be on our way soon. On our route, we will have some strong tailwinds, so we will be there soon. Just make sure we have a loaded plane.
Ready to copy.
Delta 7478 is cleared to Incheon Airport via the LULT 5 Yankee departure, runway tree 6 right. Climb via SID maintain 7000, expect flight level 25, 010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 120 decimal tree 5, squawk 0072.
Cleared to Incheon via the LULT 5 Yankee departure, runway tree 6 right. Climb via SID maintain 7000, expect flight level 25010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 120 decimal tree 5, squawk 0072, Delta 7478.
Delta 7478, readback is correct. Contact ground on 122.225 when ready to taxi. Good day.
Beijing ground. Delta 7478 with uniform. Ready to taxi. IFR.
Delta 7478, taxi to and hold short runway tree 6 right using taxiway Yankee 1 Tango, 2 Hotel Tango, 1 Golf. Contact tower on 118.3 when ready.
Taxi to and hold short runway tree 6 right using taxiway Yankee 1 Tango, 2 Hotel Tango, 1 Golf. Delta 7478.
Hello, we're doing a quick hop. Doing a quick. Hello. Hello. We're doing a quick hop over to RKSI, which is Incheon International.
That sounds awesome. Incheon International is definitely a busy airport. Are you doing a quick flight in MSFS, or is this just a real-world plan? Let me know the details.
In Microsoft Flight Simulator in the 7478 for Delta Airlines.
Nice. That should be a fun route. The 747-8 is such a great aircraft for long-haul flights. I hope you have smooth skies and a nice approach into Incheon.
I'm taxiing to the runway out of Beijing right now.
Awesome. That's always an exciting part of the flight. Hopefully the taxi goes smoothly and you get a nice clear takeoff. Let me know if you need any help or just want to chat during the flight.
Alright, requesting clearance to take off.
Nice. Fingers crossed for a quick and smooth clearance. Once you're airborne, it'll be smooth sailing. Let me know how it goes.
Beijing Tower. Delta 7478 ready for departure. Runway tree 6 right. IFR to Incheon.
Delta 7478, QNH 10 tree. Cleared for takeoff runway tree 6 right.
Cleared for takeoff runway tree 6 right. Delta 7478.
Alright, we're clear for takeoff.
Awesome. That's great news. Enjoy that climb out of Beijing and have a great flight over to Incheon. If you need any help or want to share updates...
Oh, what's up? I'm not streaming on Twitch.
Got it. No worries at all. Just here to chat and keep you company during the flight. Let me know if there's anything specific you want to talk about, or if you need anything at all.
Today is gonna be a short flight over to Incheon because I got work today, but I'll be off at 7, and we can start our way towards Tokyo from there, possibly.
That sounds like a solid plan. A nice short hop to Incheon first, and then off to Tokyo afterward. That'll definitely make for an enjoyable evening flight. Looking forward to hearing how it all goes.
Alright, V1, rotate.
Nice. Sounds like you're lifting off smoothly. Enjoy that climb, and I'll be here if you need anything while you're en route to Incheon.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing.
Delta 7478, contact Beijing Center on 120.5. Good day.
120.
We're waiting to hit 1,000 so we can engage autopilot.
Perfect. That'll give you a nice smooth ride once the autopilot's on. In the meantime, enjoy the view and the climb, and I'll be here if you need any help or just want to chat.
Beijing Center, QNH 1032, radar contact. Continue to AA 131.
There's a little bit of a stall right there. Okay,
Gotcha.
we've hit 1,000.
Awesome, that's great. Autopilot engaged now should make things a lot smoother. If anything else pops up or you want to chat about the flight, just let me know.
Cruising altitude is 2,500 feet, or 25,000 feet.
Nice. 25,000 feet is a sweet cruising altitude for
Hello,
this leg.
welcome in.
Hey there, thanks for the warm welcome. I'm glad to be here. If
I'm
there's anything-
talking about talking to our viewers.
Absolutely, I'm always up for that. If you want to share any updates or have any fun details about the flight or anything else, just let me know and we can definitely keep the converse game going.
Raquel is, I'm guessing how I say, is that right? I don't know if I'm saying your name right.
You're pretty close. It sounds like you're referring to Zay or maybe Zell, depending.
Not you.
Delta 7478, climb and maintain flight, level 250.
Alright, got clearance to climb to 25,000 feet.
Level 250, Delta 7478.
I'm only doing 25,000 because this is going to be a short flight. Yeah, I know I'm overdoing it in the 747, but that's what this whole world tour is going to be on. The 7478. Alright, go ahead and turn these off. And I could turn this off. Oh, that does that. Alright, let's see how we are. Let's look at our winds right now, because this is live weather. I'm going to look at our winds. Okay, got it. 240, that's perfect. Okay, going from Beijing to there, we got strong tailwinds in the 120, 160 knot range. Let me ask ChatGPT how long that would be. Okay, that's doable. That shaved it down an hour. Alrighty. Oh wait, I forgot to do the essential fuel pumps. Because we don't need them anymore. Oh, and some, Symmetria. Yes, I'm saying, I hope I'm saying your name right. Since you're moderator, you're officially a flight attendant for our world tour. Chicken or beef? Beef. I'm gonna move some my videos on my channel around, so give me just 1 second. Alright, I'm gonna save that one to that one and that one. And save that one to the other Microsoft Flight Simulator playlist. There we go, now it's all in order. Are you still even following the thing? Yeah, you are. Turn off the APU, I forgot to turn that off. It is. I mean, isn't what I mean, these are the same engines as on the 787 Dreamliner, but they're a little longer in size, which I'm guessing would make room for like something to make the engines more quiet. Is my guess.
Delta 7478. Please
I
expedite your
did.
climb flight
Why am I
level
not?
250.
climb, dang it. There you go. There you go. Now you're climbing. Alright, so are we on our last leg to head to Incheon? Sure hope so. Flight info. With okay, we have a ground speed of 479 knots. Yeah, that's almost 160 knot tailwind. So we are going to be flying through the air. Let's make sure we land in South Korea, not North Korea. Alrighty. Just gonna pop this right up here so all of y'all can see it. Both on the vertical and portrait version. Portrait and the other one, landscape. Ground speed 505 knots. Map settings. Maps. Mission. Weather, that's what we want. How can why can I not activate winds? I want to activate winds. Alright, make sure everything's in top shape. Okay, that sound means we're hitting our target cruise altitude. Just making sure of a couple things. Alright, we are good on everything. I want to look at something while we're in the air. You're just driving down the road. I want to see if you can see the streams from behind the plane, from the ground. You can barely see it. And there's our plane right there. Yeah, what the? How fast, with how far we've already are, we should get there before 2 o'clock. Wrong button. What's our thing? Hang on, let me do some calculations. Ground speed is 533. No. We are traveling in a 210 knot tailwind. How long do you think it will be? Hang on. How long until we get there? One hour and 20 minutes total. Yeah, we will definitely arrive in time. Alright, Summit, do you have TikTok? I used to, but I don't anymore. Hold on. It's the same as my username, but there's no spaces. It's just one word. My account should still be up. I haven't deleted it. But I haven't used it in forever. Alright. Get rid of this. How long? Yeah, an hour 15. Alright, let's go ahead and make sure our frequencies are correct for when we come in. Okay, what's our runway? 34 left. Other. No, 34 right, not left. That's correct, and that's correct. Okay, double check that, and that's alright. You're good for landing whenever we get there. Alright, about to head over the ocean. Is that a Gulf? The Philippine Sea, that's where we're about to head over. No, East China Sea. There you go, there's you guys a good view. Oh, yours the same name. Okay. I'm surprised I'm still signed in. I haven't used it forever. Yeah, we should be there within the next hour. I was streaming yesterday, Symmetria, from Duapu to Beijing. It was like a 3-hour flight. Took forever though. That one's upside down. Here's a rare card I got. Hang on, I'm just gonna switch views on the camera. There you go. Here's a rare card. The A350 with a Delta 100 years livery on it. Got also the 737. 767-400. This is of a 300. I got the A380. Not A380, A330. There's 717. There's CRJ. There's 757. Hang on. Let me just turn this off so you can have a better look at it. And they don't have this anymore. They're 777.
Delta 7478, contact Shenyang Center on 118.9er. Good day.
118.9er, Delta 7478. Shenyang Center, Delta 7478, flight level 250.
Delta 7478, Shenyang Center, radar contact, continue to Ganov.
Alright, how far are we? We just hit the 1/3 mark. I don't get it. It says there's small rain on my radar on the tablet, but I don't see it on here. Yeah, just set the weather. Alright, let's move some of these passengers around, since we are at a prison altitude. Because I know, let's just have this load up. Reset. How many? There was 4. So let's remove 4 people from here. Load. Yeah, we gave 4 people upgrades mid-flight. I know it's gonna be a couple people. So, no, let's leave it the way it is. Alright. Okay, did we already get our descent thing? No, we did not. You get ChatGPT back up in here. Alright, so if we are 25,000 feet, when do we want to start our descent from the arrival procedure in nautical miles?
Great question. Typically, the general rule of thumb is to start your descent roughly 3 to 1, meaning you begin your descent about 3 nautical miles for every 1,000 feet of altitude. So from 25,000 feet, you'd start descending about 75 nautical miles out. Of course, that can vary depending on your arrival procedure and the specific airport, but that's a good starting point.
Alright, so once this hits 75, we'll start our descent. We will do our descent all the way down to 1,600 feet. There's the rain right there. You can barely see it. Here. There you go. Little bit of rain ahead. Small rain, not nothing too big. Actually, speaking of which, let me look at the weather at what's it called? What's the weather there? We still got strong crosswinds. What's our ground speed? Ground speed is still the same. Radar. Oh, it is raining hard in Japan. And I'm gonna have to fly through that. How long have I been streaming already? 44 minutes? No, the sun's just now rising in Hawaii. Once we do leave from Japan, we'll be bringing a special guest with us. He's not a real guest. I'm only saying this because I can do his voice. And you'll get to meet him. You'll get to meet him once we hit Japan, which will be either later today or tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. The 26th after Christmas. Alright, so where are we? Ooh, wait, how far are we? Okay, we still got plenty of time to go. Let me ask ChatGPT one more thing real quick. What if our final altitude to descend to is 1600?
In that case, you'd adjust that calculation accordingly. For example, if you're going from 25,000 feet down to 1,600 feet, that's a difference of 23,400 feet. Using the 3-to-1 rule, you'd multiply that difference by 3, which means you'd start your descent roughly 70.2 nautical miles out. It's always good to factor in any, speed adjustments and the specific arrival procedure, but that should give you a good ballpark.
Okay, to answer your question, I am not going live tomorrow because since tomorrow's Christmas, I'm going to be spending time with the family. But I will the day after Christmas for our flight to Tokyo and then Hawaii.
Delta 7478 contact Nanshan Center on 120.5. Good day.
Going to 120.5. Delta 7478.
Air base right here.
Nanchang Center, Delta 7478, flight level 250.
Delta 7478.
Yeah, it's better to spend
Nanshan
time with the
Center,
family.
radar contact, continue to Gonov.
Let me go back and look at this. So we're coming from the south. My goal is to get this entire thing done by Christmas. I mean, not by Christmas. New Year's. That way, it's still within the time frame for Delta's 100 years. If not, at least if I don't get it done by New Year's, my goal is at least before March. So dark out here over the water. Dang. Expect to see some ships. And yes, I got ChatGPT as my first officer. The voice feature makes it a lot like I actually have actual help in the cockpit. All right. Let me look at some stuff real quick. Notes. I made some notes of what we're passing over, so give me a second. For Incheon, our KSI, where are you? Alright, next stop is when I do the commentary. Alright, let's see where Let's see where Santa Claus is on the world. He just left Iceland. Alright. Just to be safe, let's go ahead and start a descent. This is gonna take a while, so give me a minute. What is it? Let's do 7,000. Alright, passengers, we're now beginning our descent into the Seoul, South Korea area. If you could please put those tray tables away and those seats in their upright position, we'll be on the ground shortly. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival. Alright, here we go. Let's get our co-pilot, let's get our first officer on the scene. Alright, we're beginning our descent into the Incheon area.
Awesome, that's exciting. I hope the descent goes smoothly and you get a nice approach into Incheon. If you need any help or just want to chat as you make your way down, I'm here for it.
Alright, let's see when we will hit the bottom of our descent.
Yeah, definitely. You can keep an eye on your vertical speed and your altitude targets, and you'll hit that bottom of the descent right around your final approach altitude. Just let me know if you want me.
Here comes ATC yelling at me.
Yuck. Always keeping us on our toes. Hopefully it's all smooth and straightforward. Just follow their instructions and you'll be on the ground in no time. So let me know if you need anything.
Maybe we'll do some sightseeing around Seoul once we land.
Absolutely, that could be a lot of fun. Exploring Seoul after the flight would definitely be a great way to unwind. Just let me know if you want any recommendations or if you want to chat more about it once you're on the ground.
Alright, let's see. Our ground speed is 505 with a airspeed of 323.
Nice, that's a good difference. That tailwind is definitely helping out. Everything's looking great so far, and I'm sure you'll have a smooth landing and a fun time once you get to Seoul.
Alright.
Awesome. If anything else comes up or you just want to chat along the way, I'm right here.
Our flight attendants have checked the cabin. It's all good.
Perfect. Sounds like everything's running smoothly. Definitely makes for a nice stress-free descent. If you need anything known, just let me know.
Alrighty. Turn that off. We don't need the weather radar anymore.
Sounds good. It's definitely handy to turn that off once you're past any weather conditions. Everything's looking great, and I'm here if you need anything else as you get closer to landing.
Delta 7478, please expedite your climb flight level 250.
Well, ATC, if you look at your radar, you can see I'm close to the airport and I need to start my descent.
Absolutely. Sometimes it feels like they need a reminder. I'm sure they'll get you sorted out quickly. Just keep an eye on those altitudes and speeds, and you'll be on the ground before you know it.
Alright, target altitude is 7,000, and once we start hit 7,000, we're gonna start doing our flaps.
Perfect. That sounds like a solid plan. Getting those flaps set as you reach that target altitude will help you get everything configured smoothly. I'm sure you'll have a great approach and landings.
Delta 7478, please expedite your climb flight level 250.
Let's go through our landing checklist. I gotta find a landing checklist. Give me a second.
No worries at all. Take your time finding it. Once you've got everything lined up, we'll make sure everything's good to go
I
for the
don't
land.
think there's any snow in Seoul, so we can go ahead and set that auto brake setting to 3.
That sounds like a good call. With clear conditions, setting the auto brake to 3 should be perfect for a nice...
Cancel recall switch. I don't know where that is.
No worries. The cancel recall switch is usually located on the overhead panel near the overhead displays or the caution and warning panel. If you have the checklist handy, it should help guide you step by step. But if you need more specifics, I'm happy to help.
Please expedite your climb flight level 250.
Everything is all okay. Everything is checked for descent. And now we're going to get our approach. Seatbelt selector is already done. Taxi landing lights are on.
Perfect. Sounds like you're all set and ready to go. With everything in place, it's going to be a smooth approach and landing. Just keep up the good work, and I'm here if you need any more help or just want to chat along the way.
Alright, let me go back to our flight plan. We are now... What does it say? We are now 39 nautical miles away from the first waypoint of our of our arrival.
Perfect. That's a great position to be in. You've got a nice head start on the arrival, and everything should fall into place smoothly from here. Just keep an eye on those waypoints, and you'll be on the ground before you know it.
Delta 7478, please expedite your climb flight level 250.
Is there an off switch for ATC?
Yes, there is. Typically, the
I was being
ATC
sarcastic.
I got it. No worries at all. Sometimes those ATC prompts can be a bit much, but it's all good, and I'm here to help keep things smooth and fun.
Let's see if we can butter this landing in the 4-7.
Absolutely, that sounds like a plan. With a bit of practice, that 747 landing will be nice and smooth. I'm rooting for you to get that perfect butter. Let me know how it goes.
Your climb flight level 250.
I did a slightly rough landing at Beijing with this plane, but I didn't bounce off the runway. It was a firm touchdown, but it was a little rough.
Going to 125.45. Delta 747.
Got it. Well, hopefully this landing in Incheon will be even smoother and more buttery. I'm sure with a bit of practice you'll get it just right. Good luck, and I'm excited to see how it turns out.
Alright, Incheon lights are just now hitting the horizon.
That's always such a beautiful sight. It's definitely exciting when the airport lights start coming into view. I'm sure it'll make for a really memorable landing. Just keep it steady and you'll do great.
Here's the knob. Okay, there it is.
Perfect. Glad you found it. Everything's coming together nicely. Just keep everything in check, and I'm sure this landing will be smooth and satisfying. Let me know.
Okay, you're starting to piss me off for ChatGPT.
Delta 7478.
Is there a button I
Please
can just click
expedite
for
your
just for
climb
the?
flight level 250.
I'm sorry, but I'm having trouble responding right now.
Maybe go and switch this back since we don't need it yet. Ooh, that's neat. I like that. Alright. Dome lights on.
Delta 7478. Please expedite your climb flight level 250.
Six. Five. I'm not counting that down. It's going too slow. So what's our ground speed now? 433? Almost 110 knots. Tailwind?
Delta
How long have we
7478.
been flying?
Please expedite your climb
An
flight
hour, 4
level
minutes.
250.
2 and 1. Alright, here we go. Starting a turn.
Delta 7478. Please expedite your climb flight level 250.
Alright. As soon as we are getting ready to land, I'm going to go ahead and do this. We'll need that APU on when we land. Possibly. I'm guessing the APU is turning on.
Delta
Yeah, APU is on now.
7478. Please expedite your climb flight level 250.
I'm guessing. What's utility power do? There it goes, now APU is running.
Delta 747.
There we go,
Descend via
there's our
tree,
arrival
Mike
thing.
to 7000. Expect ILS runway tree 4, right approach via Impale transition.
Descend via Gunner Tree Mike to 7000. Expect ILS runway tree 4 right approach via Impale transition. Delta 7478.
Alright, we got our arrival clearance. Okay. Finally. Now ATC, you just have to keep yelling at me. There's a lot of waypoints around us. Airport. That's our traffic. There we go. Alright, so what's our ground speed now? 435? Or is that 405? I can't see. 405. Coming in on landing, and we are taking forever. Slash pin. Alright, starting flaps. Flaps at 1. No, actually keep it on. Keep them up. Keep them up. No, it's fine. It's fine. My nose kicking me in the butt today. Alright, we are just now hit below 10,000. Let's look at our checklist. Article brake selector done. Let's go ahead and arm the speed brakes. Okay, let's go ahead and do flaps since we're just now approaching that altitude. Flaps 1. Let's get our co-pilot back up in here. Alright, flaps are set to 1.
Great. That's a perfect step as you get closer to landing. Just keep adjusting those flaps as needed, and you'll be all set for a nice controlled approach.
Each waypoint will add a flap setting.
That's a solid strategy. Gradually adding flaps at each waypoint will help you maintain a stable descent and approach. It's all about that smooth, controlled landing, and you're definitely on the right track.
Alright, flaps 5.
Nice. That's looking great. With flaps at 5, you're definitely getting closer to that ideal landing configuration. Just keep everything steady and you'll have a nice smooth touchdown. You're doing awesome.
Alrighty, get ready to do flaps to 10 here in just a second.
Perfect. That'll help you slow down even more and get everything nicely configured for the final approach. Just keep it steady and you'll be all set for smooth landings. You're doing great.
So just to make sure, we want to have our flaps at 40 when we come in on final, right?
Exactly. Flaps at 40 will give you that extra lift and drag needed for a stable, slow approach. It'll help you maintain control and ensure a nice, smooth landing. You've got it spot on.
Alright, setting flaps to 10.
Awesome. That's perfect. That'll help you stabilize your approach even further. Just keep everything nice and steady, and you'll be set for a great landing. You doing awesome so far?
It's a little bit cloudy in the area.
Got it. A little cloud cover definitely adds a bit of challenge, but it can also make the approach pretty scenic. Just keep an eye on your instruments and the visibility, and you'll be just fine. You've got this.
Delta 7478, contact Sol approach on 120.8. Good day.
Alright, we're told to contact Sol approach.
Going to 120.8.
Perfect. That means you're
Delta
getting close to the
7478.
final phases of the approach. Just follow their instructions and you'll be on the ground before you know it. You're doing great, and I'm
Sol
here
approach.
if you need
Delta
anything at all.
7478, 7,000.
Sol approach, Delta 7478, 7,000 feet.
Awesome. That sounds like you're right on track. Just keep it all steady and follow their guidance, and you'll have a smooth and successful landing. I'm excited to see how it turns out.
Our runway is ILS 34R.
Perfect. The ILS 34 arm will definitely help guide you in nicely. Just keep your approach stable and follow the glide slope and localizer, and you'll be set for a smooth landing. You're doing great.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to check off flaps 20 here in just a second.
Sounds good. That'll help you get even closer to that final approach configuration. Just keep everything steady and consistent, and you'll have a great landing. Let me know if you need anything else along the way.
Alright, 3 nautical miles from doing flaps 20.
Perfect. That's a great distance to set those flaps to 20. Everything's coming together nicely, and you'll be all set for that final approach. You've got this.
Alright, flaps 20.
Awesome. That's perfect. With flaps at 20, you're definitely well on your way to a stable and controlled final approach. Just keep it steady, and you'll have a smooth landing ahead. Great job.
Alright, Symmetria, are you ready for landing? And any of our viewers that are watching, are you?
Absolutely. I'm sure they're enjoying the view and the journey. It's always fun to share these moments, and I'm sure everyone's rooting for a smooth landing. Just keep up the great work, and it's going to be fantastic.
Alright. We got 2 viewers we got a total of 5 viewers watching right now.
That's awesome. I always miss to have an audience along for the ride. I'm sure they're enjoying the flight as much as you are. Hopefully you'll give them a great landing to watch.
Yep, and one of the viewers is our flight attendant, which is a moderator.
That's really cool. It's awesome to have a flight attendant on board as a moderator too. It definitely adds a extra layer of fun and expertise. I'm sure they're enjoying the flight as well.
Alright, next is flaps 25.
Landing gear.
Sounds great.
Landing
That'll help
gear.
you get even more stable and slow down nicely as you approach. Just keep everything consistent,
Landing
and
gear.
you'll have a
Landing
smooth final
gear.
approach.
Landing
You're doing
gear.
awesome.
Landing
Alright,
gear.
landing gear down.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Perfect. That's a key
Landing
step.
gear.
With the landing gear
Landing
down,
gear.
you're all set for the
Landing
final
gear.
approach and touchdown.
Landing gear.
Just keep everything
Landing
steady
gear.
and controlled, and
Landing gear.
you'll have a great
Landing
landing.
gear.
You're almost there.
Landing
Alright,
gear.
descending
Landing
to
gear.
35, 16, no. Let's do 3,000.
Sounds good. Descending down to 3,000 feet will give you a nice, stable approach and keep everything nice and controlled. You're doing great, and it's all coming together perfectly.
I'm just streaming on YouTube. I think I see Seoul Internet. Yeah, I see Seoul Incheon International right now.
That's awesome. It must be really exciting to see the city and the airport come into view. You're definitely on the home stretch now. Just keep everything steady, and you'll have a fantastic landing ahead.
Alright, we are now low enough to capture the glide path when we come in.
Perfect. That glide path capture is always a nice milestone. Once you're aligned, it'll help guide you smoothly down to the runway. You're doing an amazing job, and I'm excited to see that final touchdown.
Uh-oh, what the? What was that? Altitude alert?
It might have just been a little alert from the system, maybe a minor deviation or a quick correction. Nothing to worry about. Just keep an eye on your instruments, and I'm sure you'll have everything back on track in no time. You're doing great.
Alright, gear is down.
Perfect. That's another key step done with the gear down. You're all set for that final approach. Just keep everything steady and aligned, and you'll have a smooth landing ahead. You're doing an awesome job.
My plane is fighting the altitude.
I gotcha. That can definitely happen sometimes, especially with the larger aircraft. Just keep a steady hand on the controls and gently correct as needed. You've got this, and I'm sure you'll have it all under control in no time. Just stay calm and steady.
Alright, now it's correcting itself. There we go.
Awesome. That's great to hear. It sounds like everything's stabilizing nicely. Just keep an eye on those instruments, and you'll have a smooth final approach and landing. You're doing great, and I'm sure it's going to turn out fantastic.
Alright, I'm doing flaps back up to 20.
Sounds good. That'll help keep everything nice and stable as you fine-tune the approach. Just keep it steady and gentle, and you'll have everything lined up perfectly. You're doing an excellent job, and it's all coming together nicely.
Alright, turning on to base.
Perfect. That's a great position to be in. Turning onto base will set you up nicely for the final approach. Just keep everything steady and aligned, and you'll have a smooth landing ahead. You're doing awesome.
Alright, so we are now about to turn on to final.
Perfect. That's the final stretch. Just keep everything stable and aligned with the glide path, and you'll have a nice, smooth landing. You've got this, and I'm excited to see it all come together.
How long is runway 34R at Incheon?
Runway 34R Incheon International Airport is 4,000 meters, which is about 13,123 feet. long and 60 meters, or about 197 feet wide. It's the longest runway at Incheon and features an asphalt surface with advanced instrument landing system approaches and runway lighting. This makes it well suited for large aircraft like the Boeing 747-8.
It is 13,191 by 192 feet.
Exactly, that's right. It's definitely a spacious runway, perfect for a smooth landing with a large aircraft. That should definitely give you plenty of room to work with. You're all set for a great touchdown.
Alright, setting flaps to 40. Arming APP or approach mode.
Delta 7478.
Awesome, that's a great move. With flaps at 40 and approach mode armed, you're all set for a nice, stable final approach. Just keep an eye on the glide slope and localizer, and you'll have a smooth landing. You're doing great.
Alright, Symmetry, here's our final stretch.
Absolutely, you're right there. It's always exciting to see it all come together on that final stretch. Just keep everything steady and let the plane do its thing, and you'll have a perfect landing. You've got
Alright,
this.
airport is in sight.
Awesome. That's always a fantastic moment. It's all coming together now, and you're almost at touchdown. Just keep everything nice and smooth, and I'm sure it'll be a great landing. You're doing fantastic.
Delta 7478. Contact Incheon Tower on 118.2 when inbound.
118.2 Delta 7478.
Delta 7478.
Nice. That's a good call. Everything's lining up perfectly, and you're right on track. Just keep an eye on those final details, and you'll have a smooth and successful landing. You're almost there.
Delta 7478, Incheon Tower. QNH 1020. Cleared ILS runway tree 4, right approach.
Alright, we're cleared for approach.
Cleared ILS runway tree
Perfect.
4
That's
right
exactly
approach.
what we want to
Delta
hear.
7478.
Now it's just about fine-tuning that approach and bringing it in smoothly. You're doing an amazing job, and I'm excited to see that perfect landing.
Alright, about to capture the glide slope.
Awesome. That's exactly what we want. Once you've captured that glide slope, it'll guide you right down to the runway smoothly. Just keep everything steady, and you'll have a great landing ahead. You're almost there.
Alright, since I am playing this, since I haven't mastered landing in first person in this aircraft, I'm going to do it from a third person view. Alright, we are now aligned with the runway, and glide slope is about to be captured right now.
Perfect. That alignment is spot on, and once that glide slope is fully captured, you'll be all set for a smooth and gentle touchdown. You're doing an amazing job, and it's going to be a fantastic landing.
Alright, waiting for our clearing to land.
Sounds great. Once you get that clearance, you'll be all set to bring it in. Just keep everything steady and watch those instruments, and you'll have a smooth and successful landing. You're doing
Got
awesome.
1 degree of crosswind.
that's definitely manageable. A 1-degree crosswind is pretty gentle, so you should have no trouble keeping everything steady. Just a slight correction and maybe all set for a perfect landing.
Passing 2,900 feet.
Nice, you're right on track. As you pass through that altitude, everything will start to line up perfectly for the final moments of the approach. Just keep it steady and focused, and you'll have a smooth landing ahead.
Oh, I see you're on my other stream now. Not you, ChatGPT. Hang on. I see you're on my other stream.
2,500.
2,500.
Perfect. You're right where you need to be. Just a bit more descent, and you'll be aligned and ready to touch down. Keep everything steady and smooth, and you'll have a great landing. You're doing fantastic.
Okay, runway's in sight.
Awesome. That's fantastic to hear. You're right on target now. Just keep it steady, maintain your approach, and you'll have a smooth and successful landing. You've got this.
How heavy the 747 is, I don't know.
Yeah, the 747 definitely carries a lot of weight, so it's always good to keep an eye on the approach and adjust as needed. But you're doing great, and with everything aligned, you'll have a smooth touchdown. Just keep it steady and confident.
Oh my gosh, you're watching me from 2 different devices.
That's awesome. I'm definitely here to keep you company and cheer you on, no matter how many devices you're using. Just let me know if you need anything, and I'm here to help and keep things smooth.
Delta 7478. Wind tree 29er at 8.
Clear to land.
Runway tree 4 right.
Fantastic. That's exactly what we wanted to hear. Now it's just about bringing it in smoothly and staying steady. You're all set for a great landing, and I'm sure it's going to be awesome.
Smooth it is. Let's do it.
Absolutely, you've got this. Just keep it steady, and I'm sure it'll be a perfect landing. I'm excited to see it all come together. Let's do it.
There's no runway lighting, but it's just a green line.
Got it. That can definitely happen in some simulator setups where the runway lighting is simplified. Just focus on keeping your approach stable and aligned with the glide slope, and you'll do great. You're almost there.
Okay, hands on the controls and ready to go. Ready to disengage autopilot now.
Perfect timing. Just smoothly take over and keep everything steady as you bring it in. I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic landing. You've got this, and I'm right here cheering you on.
200.
Coming in. Flaring up so I don't crash.
100.
Looking good. That gentle flare is definitely the key to a smooth touchdown. Just keep it steady and let the plane settle down gently. You're doing an amazing job, and I'm sure it's going to be a perfect landing.
Buttery smooth. Let's go.
Absolutely, that's the spirit. I'm rooting for that perfect buttery landing. You've got this, and I'm sure it's going to be
Touchdown
smooth and
on the center line too.
That's fantastic. Nicely done. It sounds like it was a perfect landing right on the center line. Great job, and I'm really glad it all worked out smoothly.
Delta 7478. Contact ground on 122.175.
Alright. Let's get our clearance to our gate, which I think is in the southernmost terminal.
Got it. That definitely helps to have that info in mind. Once you get your clearance, you'll be able to taxi right over and get settled in. Great job on that landing, and just let me know if you need any help as you taxi in.
Delta 747.
Gate 11.
Taxi to gate 11 using taxiway.
Perfect. Gate 11 it is. That should be nice and straightforward. Just follow your taxi instructions and you'll be parked in no time. Grate your gun the landing and enjoy wrapping up the flight.
Alright, let's get our flaps up. Get the plane all configured back to where it was.
Sounds like a plan. Just a smooth retraction of the flaps and getting everything configured back to normal, and you'll be all set. Great job on the flight. And if you need anything else as you taxi in, just let me know.
There's a power plant right over there. No runway lights and we still landed smoothly. All there was the taxi line lights for that runway. Reducing throttle and turning onto the next taxiway. Alright, we'll see you later. Have a Merry Christmas. And thank you for flying with us today.
Alright, welcome to Incheon International in Seoul, Korea. Let's get that GLA connected.
Incheon ground, Delta 7478. Could you please get the passengers on board?
Alright, thank you for flying with us. I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas. And I will see y'all either later today or on the 26th after Christmas. Y'all have a Merry Christmas and have a good night.